What's up, guys? It's Storm here, and today I'm going to bring you a new commentary about the new Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Ghosts, and the next generation console, but not at the same standpoint as everyone else has, more of as how it could and will affect trickshotting. And before we really get into the gameplay, it's nothing special, just a free-for-all in Nuketown. I ended up losing, but it was me and a friend playing, and also FaZe Viz joined our game, which was really cool, so I just went ahead and used it. So starting off, a lot of people have been worried that the new game is going to be next generation console only, which would kind of affect the community as far as trickshotting, because a whole lot of people aren't going to be able to afford the new console. So if they went ahead and made the next Call of Duty game on the new console, that would mean that a lot of people wouldn't be able to have the game, so that would really limit their trickshotting possibilities as far as that goes. But one thing leads me to believe that the new Call of Duty will definitely still be available on Xbox 360 and PS3, and that's the fact that you can already pre-order it. They wouldn't make you able to pre-order a game that wouldn't be on the older consoles, because a lot of people wouldn't be able to afford it, and they wouldn't just be like, oh, we're going to refund you now because you don't even have the console. It's probably going to be available for both the new console and the old one for one more year, which is a really good news for the community and everybody that likes to trickshot, because that definitely means they'll be having the opportunity to trickshot on this new game. Now, since that's the most important part I wanted to get out about the next gen console thing, and since we don't know too much about that right now, what I really want to focus on for the rest of the commentary is talking about things that are very important for the next Call of Duty's trickshotting. Because here's the thing, I think even if it's not the best game for trickshotting, we're still going to be seeing a lot of it for the next year. Because as you guys know, the biggest clan FaZe, they've been on Black Ops 2 for, I don't know, like 7 months now, and they've been Black Ops 2 exclusively because it was the new Call of Duty. So we're probably, even if it turns out not to be the best game for trickshotting, we're going to see a lot of that new style and that new game in the next year to come. So since this is an Infinity Ward game, I really want to focus on things that they did in MW3 well and things that they did in MW2 well, things that they need to change from those two games, because obviously they were from the same developer. And we'll start out with the biggest one, because obviously the fact that you need to be able to YY, that's really huge. They honestly need to incorporate that back in if they want trickshotting to last in this game. Just basically, people may not see it as like a huge thing, but if you're trickshotting, that's honestly one of the biggest things that you need, not just for just types of shots that you need to do, but just it adds so much style, and so much is taken away from the game when you can't do double Y. And I think we can all agree that with every Call of Duty except MW3 having double Y, not having it really hurts the game, and taking it out of the game didn't really solve any problems that we had. Other than that, what we really need to see in the next Call of Duty game is more of an MW2 like design. In MW3 and some of the recent Call of Duties, they've tried to take out really high power spots, spots that will be hard to take other people out from, stuff like that. And in doing so, they've made really flat, kind of boring maps. What we need to see is a lot more MW2 Black Ops 1 style maps. And that's all going to come down to the creativity of the developers, really. Stuff like High Rise, where you have the huge platform going out onto the crane. Stuff like Jungle, where you have the giant cliff. Those two games did everything bigger. If you look at maps on MW3, they had the cliff on Village that was like 4 feet high. Everything about the maps was just so toned down to a new level. Even when they put in Overwatch, it was right next to the map. And honestly, when I try and look at games to buy, I don't really look at the DLC that much, just because the DLC always ends up not being too much of a factor for trickshotting, except the first couple days. So yeah, as far as maps, we need more creativity, more height, and just less worry about spots being overpowered and people camping them, really, because Call of Duty is an unbalanced game, and we all know that. The last thing that I wanted to point on, which has really been only MW2 and also Black Ops 1 that have had it so far in the series, and also COD 4 was kind of a good example of this, but trickshotting wasn't really around back then. I really like the smoother games, shots that you can really go for any style in, because if you notice on games like MW2, things like that, you can have really smooth, really just nice and clean shots on those games, whereas Black Ops 2, it's possible, but it's just a lot harder to make those shots seem as smooth and as clean. and I really enjoy that style. And on games like MW2, it allows you to be complex if you want to, but also just have really clean shots if you want to pull that kind of thing off. So that's all I really want to see from the next Call of Duty. I'll do more of these as more information is released. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. If you do, please leave it a like or give me a comment on what you'd like to see. Thank you.